Hey folks, it's been a while. How have y'all been? Today is January 11th, 2022, and this is the first video I've made this year, so yay, making some progress. So yeah, I've been up to not much, I want to say not much, but obviously there's been stuff going on the past few months since I did the last thing, which was my live stream towards the end of October. Yeah, as with most hiatuses, I basically just kind of lost steam while working on videos constantly, daily. So, yeah, sometimes that just happens, and then I'm going a few months without making videos, and then I come back and I'm making videos daily again, and I do that for a few months, and I'm gone again for a few months. I'm just kind of stuck in this cycle, I guess, for now, and I don't know how to get out of it to the point where I can actually just make videos constantly for a long time. It'd be just the most amazing thing in the world if I could keep videos going for an entire year. That would be a huge milestone, I guess, but baby steps, we'll get there eventually. So yeah, basically I was working on those leading up to the hiatus. Obviously things were starting to slow down a little bit because I stopped publishing episodes of Metroid Prime Trilogy, even though I had the entire Let's Play recorded, essentially, and I still do. All the other remaining episodes are still sitting on my hard drive waiting to be edited, so yeah. Now those are going to be uploaded way after I recorded them, several months after, or probably potentially a year at this point, but yeah, I'm still going to get them up, and that'll be the first priority coming back to this, but well, actually, that's kind of next after making vlogs, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. But yeah, quite a few things happened since my last vlog, and because I haven't done vlogs since August, so yeah, there's that too. But yeah, basically it started with me not doing the vlogs anymore, and then I stopped doing the Metroid Prime Trilogy episodes in September. And then forget Skyward Sword, because we haven't even posted an episode of that since July. Around the time that the game came out. But I mean, I'm still gonna finish it, but basically, yeah, that only lasted 2 episodes before going on hiatus, so it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, there's a lot more potential there than I'm giving into it. But yeah, after I did that last live stream, I started a playthrough shortly after of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Wii U, and yeah, within a few weeks I had all 120 shrines, and beat Ganon, and just did everything else. And lately I'm still playing right now to this very day, and what I'm doing is I'm going through getting all the Korok seeds and 100% the map basically, and I did all the DLC shit and whatnot. This is my second full playthrough of Zelda Breath of the Wild, so at this point, after doing this, I'll feel pretty confident doing a Let's Play of it in the near future, but probably won't be for at least a year or so. And definitely not until after I finish Skyward Sword, that's for sure. As far as that goes, I might as well just get 100% when I do the Let's Play, and that includes getting all those freaking Korok seeds, and I'm just not looking forward to that, because let me tell you something, the Korok seeds are basically comparable to getting the blue coins in Super Mario Sunshine, but basically 10 times, the scale of getting the blue coins, and it's just not, and it's not even, I don't know why, but for some reason, I've done the blue coins in Super Mario Sunshine so much that it's actually kind of fun doing them. Because I know where they all are, so I get to just kind of run around and comb the entire world basically. But with the Korok seeds of Breath of the Wild, it just gets so monotonous. When you're going for those things intentionally, it's not so bad when you're doing them just as you go along, doing all the other shit. But getting intentionally going for the Korok seeds is it's just so miserable and so tiring and so repetitive. I would not recommend it. I would not recommend it. But yeah, so that's an upcoming thing in the future that kind of, I guess, pertains to talking about the channel and stuff, but yeah, that's what I've been doing, is playing Zelda, basically. Work has been it's been work, basically. I had another vacation, in December, actually, and that was the first time I ever had a vacation, actually, in December, so that was very surprising. I got, the 6th or the 16th or something like that, somewhere around there. It was 10 days again, just like usual. So that was my 3rd vacation, I think, this year, or 4th. Yeah, 4th, because I had the one in 2021, because I had the one in April where I went to go see my dad down in Las Vegas, and then there was the one in July. I remember that one, and then September, and then now in December. So yeah, 4 vacations in 1 year, which normally wouldn't happen, but that's because I had so much accumulated because I didn't take a vacation. I only took 1 vacation in 2020, so that's why. But yeah, work is just work. There's really not much else to say about that. I kind of posted about this on Twitter, but basically it really kind of declined my mental health, basically, and that kind of contributed to the loss of motivation to work on this channel, especially in September and October. It was really bad, and it's still been kind of bad, but basically I'm transferring positions here real soon. I'll still be on overnights, still be full-time, still have my same schedule and whatnot, but I'm going to be doing a different position. I hope it'll be less stressful, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. But yeah, going into the whole mental health thing, like, I'm actually kind of convinced that I might have like some sort of a anxiety disorder. You know, I can tell, like, somehow, like, kind of like with all these tics I have, basically. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't want to go like to every single one, but like, you know, like I was scratching my head and whatnot. I know a lot of people do that, actually. It's not just me. It's not just an anxiety thing, but like, seriously, I do this like all the time, and like, I think it's because I'm like nervous to be on camera or something. Like, I was never really good at editing, and I was never really good with being in front of camera. You know, like, I always feel like I'm just kind of acting kind of awkward whenever I'm on camera. You know, it's just something that's kind of subconscious, basically. It's hard to like just straight up look at the camera and focus on it the entire time. Like, I have to look somewhere else, or sometimes I pace around and, you know, like bounce back and forth with my leg. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird. Yeah, I feel like all these nervous tics, and I also have them whenever I'm like around people too, like especially positions of authority over me. Like, not necessarily my parents, but like at work. I notice that whenever they talk to me, like even if it's a positive thing, I still feel like trembling or whatever, because like I feel like it triggers my anxiety, basically. You know, because that means, like, if they're being positive, that means they expect more from me. If they're being negative, well, then they're being negative, and that makes me nervous. So it's just, yeah, you can never win, basically, in social situations with this. But yeah, I'm convinced I might have some sort of anxiety disorder, like generalized or something. So I'd have to visit a therapist to find out, but still, you know, I've been considering it the past few months, but it hasn't come up because of finances, and also because of my anxiety disorder. Because, you know, one of those things it does is it makes you not trust people very well, like even the people that are close to you. So, you know, and the fact is that therapists are people, and so, you know, I don't know what my issue is, like, just being worried they're gonna like you're just gonna be like another story for them to laugh with their friends about or whatnot. I don't know, just something like that. Those are just the kind of things to think about. Like, I always think about like what people are thinking of me whenever I talk to them, basically. Like, I feel like I'm always hyperfixate on that rather than the actual topic of discussion. So yeah, that's what I've had to deal with, basically. Not just recently, but like basically like my entire adult life, at least, and also to some extent when I was a kid. And a lot of it stems from, you know, the way I was treated as a kid, mainly by my stepmom, but I don't want to go into that right now. But yeah, it's been another contributing factor to the hiatus that happened. Anyways, it's kind of dark in here. Let's turn on the lights. We can actually see. We can actually have better lighting for this. I don't know. Of course, the light has to be in front of my face in order to actually illuminate it, but still, and I'm too far away from the camera, so it's kind of a lose-lose situation either way. Yeah, so part of my anxiety is, you know, it's not only like social interaction based, but it's also fed by like finances and, you know, physical health and stuff like that. Like, constantly being nervous about my physical health, you know, and this whole scare of COVID and whatnot. You know, just all those different things are contributing to making my anxiety worse, basically. Like with physical health, like I'm always concerned that I have like some sort of you know, terminal illness or something that I don't know about. You know, I'm always hyperfixated on, like, you know, whether I have you know, this disease or this or that disease or whatever. I don't want to mention them because it's gonna get, like, just mentioning them makes me nervous, basically. But yeah, I'm always worried about that because of like the way I've ate, like the way I eat, basically, my eating habits for the past, like, for my entire adult life, basically. It has been the best, you know, and I know people are, you know, are thinking like, why are you so worried about that when you're like so skinny? And it's like, that is hardly a contributor to health, honestly. Like, just being skinny doesn't automatically mean you're healthy, basically. Like, here, let me weigh myself real quick. So like, I have this scale here, and I pay close attention to this because I'm constantly checking my weight and make sure it's not like going down suddenly. So I always have to make sure of that. 136. Okay, that's good, actually. That's good. Yeah, so 136 right now. and that's wearing, you know, my sweatshirt and my clothes and all that. So those add a little bit of weight to me. But the fact is, I'm not wearing, you know, my headset, which also kind of adds weight. But also, yeah, like if it's if there's like, it's been like around 134 basically, like wearing the sweatshirt and, you know, my clothes basically. I don't pay attention much to it, like when, because technically the most accurate way is when you're naked, not wearing anything. But I just go off of, you know, wearing the sweatshirt basically. Because like it naturally, it fluctuates like when you eat and when you dispose of what you eat, basically. So that's a natural bit of fluctuation with weight. But otherwise, like if you lose 5% of it over like a 6-month period, then that could be a sign of a, you know, a serious illness or something. And I was starting to lose a little bit of weight for a little while. Like I went down to 130, but then I realized it was because I was weighing myself without the sweatshirt on and without, you know, other stuff. So, you know, that kind of scared me for a bit. And yeah, the fact is, I'm already underweight as it is. That's why I'm nervous about losing weight, essentially, like something because of an illness. I'm supposed to be like 140 or 150 something, I think. That's normal weight for my height, because I'm 6'1" or 6'2", I think. Yeah, so my BMI is low, essentially. It's underweight. So, and I've been underweight for my entire life. I remember being like only 90 pounds in 7th grade. And I wasn't much shorter than I am now at that time. So, yeah, it's just kind of, you know, just so nerve-wracking. But yeah, the point I'm trying to make in all this is that basically I've been kind of modifying the way I eat a little bit to try to be a little healthier. And not just speak, you know, because like I'm not worried about gaining weight. In fact, I'd actually be happy if I started to gain weight, because that would make it being a sign that you know, everything's normal, everything's all good. Because like you know, most people, if they eat like a certain amount of food, then they start to gain weight, and I have been just kind of stagnated at 134 basically, regardless of what I eat. So that's just got me kind of nervous. So I'm actually kind of changing things up in my diet to try to be a little healthier. And one of those things I did was I got rid of soda. I actually quit soda like for the first time back in November 2016, and it lasted like a month or two, and then I went back to it. And I apologize for, you know, again, giving people false hope basically about that. But yeah, I went back to drinking soda like a month or two after that in November in 2016. And well, I just did again 5 years later, coincidentally, in November of this past year. And so far, I've kept up with it. You know, it's January now, January 11th, and I haven't had any soda since then. I also quit alcohol, too, at the same time. Alcohol wasn't really an issue for me as much as soda. You know, I was only having it like once every week and once every other week, and even then it was like 1 or 2 drinks. So alcohol was not an issue for me at all, but I still got nervous about it because I found out that just having any could be a contributor to a serious mental, or not mental, but like serious illness later on in life, basically. So I had to get rid of that, just be on the safe side. And but yeah, as far as food goes, well, going back to the soda thing, basically by quitting soda, I've also quit caffeine in general, which is a big deal because I'm a third shift person. So the fact that I'm able to keep up third shift like without caffeine is a pretty big deal, actually. It's pretty good, actually. Not to say I don't get tired still on my days off, but the thing is, what I do is I just have a lot of lights on to help me stay awake, basically. That's how it goes. I also attempted a gluten-free diet to see if maybe I had like celiac disease and don't know about it, but that's a lot of things people have, but they don't realize it because they're so used to the effects that they don't, you know, that they don't realize they have symptoms, basically. So yeah, I tried a gluten-free a gluten-free diet for a little bit, but yeah, it didn't seem to do much for me. But that was only for like a few days, so that's probably why. So basically, I might try that again at some point to see if that's what it is. But so now if I can stop rambling, main thing I like to talk about is plans going forward. I'm going to start doing vlogs regularly again. I have a lot to talk about because there's a lot of things that I've acquired over the past few months that I haven't been able to talk about. One of those things being my PlayStation 5. So that'll be a topic for a video. But another topic will be actually updating my game collections because as you can see here, I now have bookcases. I actually have I currently have 7 of these bookcases just spread out throughout my apartments, actually encasing all the physical games I own. And yeah, I'm still gonna have like a few more. I'm probably gonna have like up to a dozen by the time I'm done here, actually. And making room for them has been quite the creative process, actually. I'm also working on the game room too. It's actually more closer to complete than it was, you know, a few months ago. So there's that too. So going forward, we're gonna continue the vlogs again. I haven't vlogged since August, so there's a lot to talk about. And the first things we're gonna do is we're going to update the. I'm gonna update my game libraries, basically, just like I did last year. You know, go over all the new stuff that I got. And if you guys want, I mean, like, if you don't, I really like to get people's input, but you know, I don't seem to get a lot of input these days, so I just kind of do whatever. So, I mean, but I really like to hear your thoughts on what you'd like me to do going forward. But my plans are basically continue editing and finishing uploading the Metroid Prime trilogy. It's going to be one of the top priorities, and also finishing Skyward Sword Skyward Sword HD Blind. As far as that goes, I've actually since acquired the Zelda Loftwing amiibo. So supposedly this will make actually playing through the rest of the game very handy, actually. So yeah, very much looking forward to making use of that in the blind Let's Play. So, but I'm kind of I have sort of an idea of what's for. Actually, it's pretty much explicitly said like in places, so I kind of know. But yeah, looking forward to making use of that. We're also going to continue. We have to continue and finish Simpsons Hit Run as well. As far as that goes, what I need to do is like get something to convert my OG Xbox to HD or HDMI. I know there's HDMI converters for that, so I mean, by Hyperkin, I do believe. So I'm gonna get one of those before I can continue the Simpsons Hit Run LP. The cool thing about Simpsons Hit Run is that it actually runs natively in widescreen on the Xbox as well as 60 FPS. So that means I can still continue having Let's Play in widescreen, not to just be stretching out 4:3. But like in order to activate widescreen and whatever other features, you have to actually have 480p enabled on the Xbox. I didn't realize you had to do that. So I enabled all the resolutions on my console, so that way whatever resolution a game has is available, it will display in that resolution. So that way it'll be handy for, you know, the Let's Plays, for the purposes of editing Let's Play, basically. But I'm still going to be, you know, obviously exporting in 720p, so that way I can have it at 60 frames per second. So that's how that's going to work. But yeah, I have to upscale it to HDMI in order to record on my Elgato, which records it at 60 FPS. That's why I have to do that. Of course, I still have old episodes, actually, of that I haven't uploaded yet. There's episodes, I think I actually recorded episodes 4 through 6 or something like that, but I never uploaded them back in 2020 on my old computer. So I still have to upload those as well, in addition to recording the rest of the Let's Play. So another thing is that we're going to continue the SpongeBob LP Marathon. Obviously, as mentioned before, the next game in the marathon is Battle for Keep On Game Boy Advance. So that'll be the next game that we play in the SpongeBob LP Marathon once I get around to continuing it, obviously. But I think before that happens, I'm going to have to finish at least one of the 3 games I already have going on right now. So it'll be a while before we get around to that. But I still have the same schedule planned for those Let's Plays when they are ready to post. And they'll be posting daily at specific times of the day. And the other thing is we're going to be continuing the live streams. I might not do them weekly anymore. I might do them like every other week, so that way I can get, maybe it might encourage a little more traffic. I'm not sure. It's just hard to say at this point, because the thing is, I just don't want to do like live streams where there's nobody there to interact with. You know, that's the whole point of the live stream, is just to have actually people there interacting. So if there's no people interacting, I'm not going to do live streams, because like, you know, there's a lot of people waiting on YouTube for the finished product, but that's just not the point of the live streams. It's not about waiting for the finished product and then watching it afterwards. I know there's going to be people that inevitably do that, sure, but there has to be interaction with the live audience in order to incentivize me to do them, because otherwise I just don't feel like doing them. But otherwise, yeah, we're gonna finish the SpongeBob movie, and then I'll just play whatever people want me to play after that. Maybe Barnyard or whatever it goes. Whatever the mood calls for, essentially, because I'd also like to play some games on there that I've never played before on my channel, so, just play them in a more casual setting, so it would just feel more right to do it that way. I don't know, I've been rambling on too much, so let's go ahead and end this vlog right here. Oh yeah, I guess I should help out today, actually. So right now it is currently 7 degrees below zero outside. Like, I'm not kidding. It's insanely cold right now. Like, just having the phone up close to the window here, it's like super cold. It's like having my hand inside a freezer here. But it's kind of hard to see, but like, yeah, it's very much cold out there. This is what it looks like out front too. The Tom's there. Yeah, like basically because of how cold it's been, I haven't set foot outside my apartment in the past couple days because of that. But it's supposed to warm up today, actually, up to like 20, I think. So, and right now it's like 5:15 in the morning. So, yeah, once daylight starts, and it will warm up a little bit, and hopefully in time for 11:45 a.m. because that is when I'm going into the clinic to get my booster shots for COVID. I'm actually going to be getting the Moderna booster shots. I'm very nervous about that because I'm worried about the side effects. My grandparents and family in general told me that they had some pretty nasty side effects from just the booster shot. And this is Moderna because before then, up to this point, I've only had the protection of a J&J vaccine from April 30th. Yeah, it seems like every single day I'm seeing like articles here and there, like saying how useless the J&J vaccine is. So it makes me just more nervous and really triggers my anxiety, basically. So that kind of scared me into scheduling the booster shot, appointment. But that is if I'm able to make it to the clinic, that is, because my car has to start. I don't know if it's going to start after being in, below zero temperatures for 2 days in a row. Who knows? Because even yesterday, like when it got up to peak daylight, it was still only in single digits at best, like 0, 1, or 2 degrees. So that's not a lot of time for my car to warm up, like even just the slightest. So I don't know if it's going to be able to even start. I still need to change the oil too. Like, it's way overdue on that. So that's not going to help matters either. So I'd be surprised if my car starts. If it doesn't start, I'm not going to be able to get my booster shot today. I'll have to reschedule it. But if it does, then I'll be able to get it and everything will be all good. But yeah, overall, it's been a crazy, stressful few months. Okay, let's end this vlog right here because I've been rambling on for way too much, and so that's probably going to drag out the time, and now many people are going to want to watch the whole thing through. So that's why I'm going to be putting timestamps in the description so that way people can skip to different topics. That way, I don't sit through me rambling just to hear the important stuff. So yeah, I will talk to you folks later. Bye.